Good evening and thank you for joining us. The chair of the Thunder Bay Police Services Board is criticizing Mayor Bill Morrow for his comments at a town hall meeting last week.
Selena Reitberger started off today's police board meeting by addressing what she called the elephant in the room and telling Morrow to be careful what he says in public.
He's walking a fine line, and I applaud him for being a cheerleader for the city, for caring about the city, but I'm just thinking that he has to tread carefully when he does that. As the chair of the board,
Morrow objected to how Reitberger suddenly raised the issue, which wasn't on the police board agenda. The mayor hosted a town hall last Tuesday at the Victoria Inn. One of the key topics was the OIPRD report and its impact on the city's reputation. Morrow stated Thunder Bay is no different than any other city, and he said the constant national headlines about racism here drive him insane. Reitberger says when Morrow makes those types of comments, he has to tell the public very clearly that he is speaking as the mayor and not on behalf of the police board.
That I did not agree with what the mayor said. And I did get feedback from Indigenous people who were not happy with it. So I thought I had to say, just as a caution, we all have to think before we speak.
I think there's a way to do that, an appropriate way and an inappropriate way. We all have our opinions on how we are all conducting ourselves, and I think there was a place and a time for it, and I don't think this was it. We're all really clear that the chair is the spokesperson for the board. Nothing that I said that night was a reflection on the board or about the board.
Following Reitberger's opening remarks, she said if Morrow had a problem with her addressing the issue, they could talk about it later.
Now, the rest of the police board meeting was business as usual and covered several major items. An update was provided on the Citizen Satisfaction Survey regarding people's perception and interactions with police. And the newest member of the police board was officially sworn in. Alana Pickrell has those details.
The latest Citizen Satisfaction Survey took place last year and included in-person data for the first time ever. Assistant LU professor Lisa Demoulet says the results were actually quite surprising. Her presentation included a comparison between the results they collected online and the ones in person. She says a lot of people from both groups said they were treated with respect by police, but then the similarities stop.
So the differences were all around the trust questions that we asked. So when we asked if people were treated fairly, we had a big difference between the online group who said yes and the in-person group who did not have as good of experiences.
Demoulet says the demographics between the two survey groups could have contributed to the different answers. She recommends that an in-person survey be conducted again to compare results. Mayor Bill Morrow says it's good to have the new information, but it's hard to judge just how accurate the results are.
It was fair, it's good work, but we're in a position right now where we can't really extrapolate, I don't think, too much from it because it's new and because we're not sure how we compare to other municipalities.
Meanwhile, the last vacant seat on the police board has officially been filled. John Sears, a new provincial appointed member, effective May 2nd. The longtime city lawyer will serve a 3-year term. Sears says he has a good background in issues of governance and Indigenous relations, but he won't be a voting member of the police board until he completes the required training. Sears says he wants to be a part of the solution.
My first inclination to put my name forward came as a result of Chair Reitberger's comment that it's time to move forward. And I thought if that's the attitude of the chair, then I very much would like to be part of it.
I was very impressed with his insight, with his enthusiasm, and his experiences with Indigenous people. So I think he's well placed to help us move forward.
The board also launched its new independent website that will allow people to easily find agendas and minutes, read bios on all of the members, and contact them directly. Alana Pickrell, TBT News.